Hello and welcome to the Downsized Weekly Weigh-in. My name is Laraine Durham and I'm here with my husband of 22 years, Christopher Durham.
That's me.
And together we're the Downsized. We're the channel that talks about GLP-1 health, wellness, weight loss related issues, items, foods, weight loss.
All of the above.
All the things. We do all the things. Because we're doing all the things, right? So this is our weekly weigh-in. It is Sunday, April 13th, 2025. And this is the beginning of week 79 of our weight loss journey with GLP-1s. Before we get started, I'd just like to tell you that we are not doctors. We are not healthcare professionals. So before starting any health or exercise journey, please always contact and consult with your weight loss healthcare professional.
That's right.
Indeed.
And do not forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell button. Hit the bell, and then every time we publish a video or go live, it'll alert you. So you'll find out all the cool stuff we're doing.
All the cool stuff. All the cool kids have liked and subscribed. Why don't you? All right. What are we talking about today?
Well, we're doing our weight loss thing. So this is the show where we do it every week now for, I don't know, the last 50 weeks or so, where we tell you what's been going on in our lives, how it's impacted our GLP-1 journey, what our weight loss or plus or minus or whatever is. It's evolved now that we're in maintenance, but it's still here, and we tell you what's going on in our lives.
All right.
You're first.
I'm first, as per usual. Yeah, so this is week 79, starting week 79 of our weight loss journey. We started on September 29th of 2023 on tirzepatide. I have done tirzepatide for 95% of my journey, except for a few Zepbound shots I took of Christopher's when we traveled a while back. So I've lost a total of 52.6 pounds as of today. I started at 193 pounds. And today I'm 140.4 pounds. So that's 52.6 pounds down. I've been hovering around 52, 53 pounds down range for a while now. I've been 50 pounds down since, I went back and looked, since July 12th of 2024. So coming up on a year of maintaining that 50 pound
I don't think I realized
loss.
it was that long.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it was in the summer. And I'm like, really, when did I hit that? Because that's when I hit my Weight Watchers lifetime goal also. And I'll tell you a little bit more about my Weight Watchers journey in a minute. Once you kind of get to maintenance, we're still taking a weekly shot. So I had gone all the way up to a dose as high as 12.5 milligrams of tirzepatide. I hit that goal, and then I started coming back down because I just thought that's what we were supposed to do. Now, we've heard maybe you stay on your dose, maybe you come down. You kind of have to figure out what works for you.
Work with your doctor.
Yeah, so even as I came down in dose, I was still losing a few pounds, so I figured I could just keep going down. And now for the past 2 shots, I think this is the 3rd shot that I've taken of a 5 milligram dose of compounded tirzepatide. So I was on 7.5 for like 20 weeks. And then I dropped to 5. Number 1, to see how the food noise would be, how the hunger levels would be, and if I could maintain that, and really just to conserve the medicine that we have with the compounding being harder and harder to get. And who knows the future of compounding. So I just kind of wanted to see what was the minimum level I could really maintain my weight loss with. So yeah, so the 5 milligram has been fine, really. It's been fine. I woke up this morning and I felt a little hungry. But I mean, I want to be hungry in the morning, right? Because I want to remember to eat breakfast, and I want to try to get those protein levels up at each meal. I try to get 30 grams of protein in each meal. Did I get 30 grams of protein at breakfast this morning? No, I did not.
You had toast.
I had toast. And it was delicious.
It was a lovely sourdough though, right?
Yeah. So I had 2 small pieces of sourdough bread. Yeah, that's just what I wanted. Okay, fine. Usually I put protein shake in my coffee and I get a little protein in the morning that way. And I just didn't this morning. I wanted Coffee Mate hazelnut coffee creamer. So that's what I had. For lunch, I had a healthy choice, 17 grams of protein, beef and broccoli. So I'm getting back on the protein train. So that's me. What else you want to know? I'm 5'5", mother of 3.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
People always ask about height. Mm-hmm. So the 5 was working out for you, okay?
I think so. I haven't, at 140.4, I haven't gained it. I actually was up slightly from last week. I think last week I was 139 point something and now I'm 140 point something. But as long as I'm around 140, I'm fine. I don't want to get above 142. If that kind of got to be a problem over time, I might look at it, but I don't. It really is probably, and that's kind of a tight window, right? Like some people might say, oh, you could like have a big weekend and be up 2 pounds.
You can be constipated and be up 2 pounds.
And speaking of constipation, I've been eating more high fiber, high protein breakfast cereal in the morning. If you guys watched our protein breakfast cereal review, you can go watch it. We posted it yesterday. I really like the Kashi cereals, and those are very high fiber, like 9 grams of fiber per.
Is it helping?
Per serving? Yeah, I think it is, and I think dropping the medicine down a little bit is also helping with less constipation. Mm-hmm. And I've been taking some different vitamins that I kind of like that I think have been also helping with that a little bit. We'll tell you about that in the coming weeks too.
Okay. Anyway, so everything's going well. You're feeling okay. Coming up on a year of maintenance. You'll have to do a big video on what you've learned over 1 year of maintenance.
Yeah, we went to some friend's house yesterday for Passover, and I put on these white jeans that I bought kind of in the middle of my weight loss journey. So I went from a size 12, 14, and now I'm a size 4'6". Well, I bought these white jeans and they were a size 8. And I remember being super excited when I bought them because they were a size 8 and I had never been in like a single digit clothing size before. So I put on these white jeans and I had a blouse. And as I was wearing them, they started falling down, and my shirt wouldn't stay tucked in because my pants kept falling down. So on the way to our friend's house, we had to stop and I had to buy a belt because I was literally losing my pants. So
it's a hard life.
A lot of people report, they're walking somewhere and their pants fall down or they start scooching down, and that has definitely happened to me. So actually these pants are probably a size or two too big, so I probably need to
retire them.
Give them. I don't think they looked bad on me though. Did they look too big? Yeah, no, they just kept slipping down. Like I really don't have a lot of hip going on. I'm very I think straight up and down. So I don't know. I had to, and I really don't wear belts. Like I really haven't worn belts since I worked at the Gap in the 90s. Back then I had a lot of belts, and but I mean over the years I just quit wearing them because things hung over the belt or they weren't comfortable or whatever. So now I have 2 black belts and now a brown belt, so I'm covered for all belt occasions.
All belt needs.
All your belt needs. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. How's your weight this week?
It was good. So Christopher Durham, husband to this lovely lady. We started this, as she said, in September of 2023. I am 56 years old, 5'10.5". I started at 286.4 pounds. And I tell the story. I mean, I'm sure higher than that. I had not weighed myself in, I don't know, maybe a year or 2 years, something like that. So I'm sure probably COVID-ish, I probably topped 300 pounds. You go back and look at some of those pictures and
yeah,
that was big. So we started then, and today I was 183 pounds, which is my lowest weight, which puts me at 103.4 pounds down. Really my final goal, it was at 185, 86, something right there. I've been in maintenance and achieved that, I guess, 4 weeks ago. I've been up a pound, down a pound, up, 2 pounds, whatever. So really, you're looking at a 3, 4, 5 pound up, down piece. I don't really know yet, but it's fine. I wasn't really trying very hard though, so I wasn't trying at all, honestly.
I mean, it's just kind of an automatic flow, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we just kind of eat the way we eat, and we do what we do, and it's just kind of our integrated into our habits and our lifestyle.
Well, it's just, I mean, I think I'm going to have to add a few more calories in too, because I don't want to lose anymore. That's not there's no goal to get any thinner. Add a few more calories in, and I had pretty much not completely eliminated carbs, but carbs were a very, very small portion of what I was eating. So I think I can add a little bit more of that back in.
Jojo.
Yeah, Jojo's playing outside. It's coming into spring, and Jojo loves all the living things outside. So yeah, I don't know, it's working well. I'm on the highest dose. So I have, over the course of the last year and a half, taken tirzepatide, Zepbound, and Mounjaro, all three. They've all worked well for me. Haven't really had any issues. I don't have a lot of side effects typically. Every once in a while I'll have some gastrointestinal issues, but it's not constipation. It's always diarrhea. I'll be cold a little bit. So I've actually been cold the last week or two.
Cold a lot. Like to the point of being uncomfortable, and I have to put a scarf on, and our house is pretty warm. I think the thermostat's on 70, but my hands are cold. I want to maybe wear something heavier or something like that. So.
But yeah, I mean, I'm on the highest dose at 15 milligrams, and I don't have any particular desire to go down at this point. I probably should, just to conserve some of the medicine, but I don't know. I feel good. And
well, you're only 5 weeks in, so you really you have to give it some more time and see. I think how you're handling it over time.
We went down, like Laraine said, to some of our friends invited us to their Passover. We're not Jewish, but we're good friends with them, and their mother and their parents invited us down. So it's about 20 people, and had a big meal down there. And it was fine. Lovely people.
Yeah, I'd never been to a Passover Seder. Is that how you say it? I'd never been to a Passover Seder before. So it was very nice. They have the traditional, foods that represent the different pieces of Passover. And they have some, I'm not sure what they're officially called, little prayer books.
I think there's a name.
There's a name
they're
for them
books,
here in Hebrew. But and they have been handed down in their family for a couple of generations.
Yeah.
And the head of the family assigns parts for each person at the table to read. And I guess in years past, our friend's grandfather and grandmother have gone in and written people's names beside each part. And a lot of those people have passed on now, or are no longer, there with the family. So my friend Shelley said, look for the people's names in your book and see who had. And so as we were going along, I flipped to one of the page, and it was Ira, and
I had Rick.
Yeah, listed all, and I was like, oh, Shelley, look, and I was pointing to those, and she goes, she almost started to cry, and then she passed it to her sister. She's like, "Oh, look!" And then the sister was like, "Oh," I started to cry. So it was
who was Ira? Did you find out?
I
don't know.
I don't know if it was a grandfather or an uncle, or they had a very large family. So, and it was just nice to remember, along with the traditions of Passover, the people who are no longer there anymore. Yeah. So I just thought that was really nice. So we ate the matzah and the hard-boiled egg and the
brisket,
chicken, matzo ball soup. Christopher made some chocolate cookies without flour.
Yep.
And he also made a tart.
An apple tart.
Apple tart that he made with matzah flour and ground walnuts.
You can't use leavened things.
Right.
Yeah, it's one of their rules for Passover.
So he was, they tried to make everything kosher for Passover. They're not everyday kosher traditional followers, but for Passover, it's they tried to do that.
Lovely meal, lovely
was
family.
Fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was. So what else was going on this week? I know you had a Weight Watchers decision, right?
Yeah, so I've been going back and forth with my whole Weight Watchers journey. When I started this medication back in 2023, I had actually restarted Weight Watchers as well. So about 3 months before I started the medication, I had started back on Weight Watchers, and I had actually started Weight Watchers at 203 pounds and lost 10 pounds, and then started the tirzepatide. And I don't really talk about that because whatever. But I mean, my starting weight was 203, and now I'm 140, so I've really lost 60 pounds. But you can just pick a point from wherever. I remember my highest weight I ever recorded was 232. And that was after the birth of
So there was a baby involved.
My
there.
third child, who is now 18 years old. So, I don't know what point to really pick, but that's how I do that. And so, and I had been on and off Weight Watchers with this same group of people probably since 2015. Before that, I went to Weight Watchers near where I worked, at a place in Charlotte. Before that, I had been to Weight Watchers places in Greenville, South Carolina, in Columbia, South Carolina. I think I even went to one in Birmingham, Alabama, back way before I knew this guy. So
there was a starter husband.
So I have been to Weight Watchers centers around the world, and not around the world. And, during COVID, I even did some Zoom Weight Watchers meetings. I carried my membership through COVID for a while. So, my first Weight Watchers meeting was with my mom in about 1985 in Kingsport, Tennessee. So I've seen the whole gamut of Weight Watchers. I've done lots of their different systems. I even went to a Weight Watchers camp when I was 16. My parents sent me to a weight loss camp, which is Weight Watchers based in Asheville, North Carolina. And so that was in the 80s. So I actually really liked that. I lost about 15 pounds and had a great time. And it was just like a camp, only they just fed you certain foods and you couldn't really eat anything else. And we did a lot of exercise and activity, and it was kind of fun. Anyway, so I feel very connected to Weight Watchers. I've known a lot of the leaders. I've felt very close to them. And what happens generally is I really get connected and tuned in with the leader, and that leader quits or moves on, or something happens, and then I have to restart with somebody else. So this has happened to me, oh gosh, over and over and over. And eventually I'm like, I just really can't go through this anymore. And there's this one lady at the current Weight Watchers where I go, and her name is Karen, and she is not a leader, but she checks you in. So she checks you in, she weighs you, she is always happy to see you and smiling and asks you about your week and is very supportive and just very, very nice. And I love seeing Karen. And it's funny that her name is Karen, right? Because she's the opposite of like a Karen. So she's just very, very nice. And she's been weighing me since 2015. And I always want to go to her line, and I want her to weigh me, and we chat, and it's a great check-in. But lately, I guess for the past year of being on the GLP-1, I've wanted to tell people at Weight Watchers in my meetings that I am on tirzepatide, especially since Weight Watchers has, their clinic where they prescribe these medications if you want to go on them, if you qualify. But the problem is nobody in the meetings wants to talk about GLP-1 use. And some of the members get very upset when I've brought up GLP-1 use, to the point of one lady even got up and left one time because she was so offended because she did it the hard way. And why can't everyone do it the hard way? And I'm like, you know what? I've lost weight with Weight Watchers many times. I've lost 36 pounds in college. I lost 50 pounds after the birth of one of my kids. I lost 10 pounds before I started this journey, but I never got to my goal weight. Like I could never get all the way there. And I just never knew why. I was knocking myself out, logging the food, exercising, doing all the things. And I could lose weight, but I could never really keep it off. And I could never really get to what they said was my goal weight. Enter GLP-1s, and now I got to my goal weight. I maintained it for 6 weeks. I got to a lifetime status with Weight Watchers, and now I only need to go once a month. And if I go once a month and weigh in and my weight is within my maintenance range, I don't have to pay that month. And so I've been going once a month, and I've really just decided that this is not serving me, right? These are not the topics that I need to hear anymore. I don't need a topic in how to delay eating something that you really want because it's too many points. Like those aren't topics that I need anymore. I don't need a Weight Watcher meeting on the importance of sleep. Right. These are not these are not topics that I need. And when I tell people that I'm on a GLP-1, I always have to battle. I always feel like I'm going into battle, so I have to have like my facts ready to like tell them why a GLP-1 is working. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just banging my head against the wall. Like here is the platform where I'm making the biggest difference, right? Here on YouTube, doing our show, telling people about our GLP weight loss, and people are coming to us because they want to know. And, I hope some people from Weight Watchers find us and they listen to what we have to say because they want to know. I'm really tired of trying to convince people that GLP-1s are the way. They either want to hear it or they don't, right? So I'm tired of kind of just trying to tell these people that, I did Weight Watchers for years and years and years, and I never got to where I wanted to go. And they took a lot of my money, right?
Well, let me ask you
a lot of my money.
So the question I would have is, do you think Weight Watchers has evolved, and do they accept obesity as a disease now, or is it still eat less and work out more, it's your fault?
It's still very much the diet mentality. It's all the, now potatoes have no points, so let's make everything out of potatoes. That doesn't make any sense. And it's very much the eat less, move more, and how are you going to fix yourself kind of mentality. It's not weight loss is a disease and now we have the tools to fix it mentality. And a lot of the people that go to Weight Watchers are older people. Like when I say older, I mean older than me. So in their 60s, in their 70s, and a lot of them are and I know we have a big percentage of people who watch us that are those ages too. So I'm not meaning to, I don't know. But I think people that grew up in the 60s and 70s have a whole different mindset when it comes to weight loss, right? And it's all about restricting that food intake, and you have to restrict, and you have to starve, and you have to.
Wasn't that the only option?
Well, yeah. So that's what they did to get to their weight, and now they don't understand why other people can't just restrict, and get to their weight. I just could never restrict enough on my own to get to a goal weight or a healthy weight. So I quit Weight Watchers. So I hit the cancellation button this week, and it was funny because maybe 2 days after I hit the cancellation button, there was a news story where Weight Watchers is on the verge of bankruptcy. So it's unfortunate because a lot of people have had success with Weight Watchers and they have helped a lot of people. And I don't think they've evolved the way that their plan has evolved. I think it's just made it harder for people to follow. It doesn't really make a lot of sense at points. And, you know, it's unfortunate because I really love the group support. I love a group support setting. I like to talk to people. Obviously, here I am on YouTube, right? Talking to people. But I really like that group support setting. So you know, I'm kind of sad about it, but I was just come home upset. And like, they don't understand. These people don't listen. Like, I'm trying to tell them, I'm trying to help them, and they don't want to hear it. So so now people who want to hear it will come here, and people who don't won't.
That's right. All right. What else is going on this week?
One thing I've got coming up this week is I have a mammogram scheduled for Tuesday. So ladies, please get your mammograms. I know October is usually the time of year we talk about it, but really, why don't we talk about it more often? So I'll be getting my mammogram, my yearly mammogram on Tuesday. And if you haven't ever gotten one and you're the right age, ask your doctor about it. I think it's pretty much recommended for everyone over the age of, is it 40, 45?
I do not know.
I think they've changed the age requirements. I've had, unfortunately, a few friends pass away from breast cancer. In the past year, I've had 2, as well as some other friends pass away from other forms of cancer. So it's important. Please get your yearly mammogram.
Yep.
We do have a cruise coming up. Christopher and I love to cruise, so we created a group cruise. And it's the Downsized Cruise.
Downsized at Sea Cruise.
Downsized at Sea Cruise. It's presented by Mochi Health. And it is going to be June 23rd through 27th, 2025 on the Celebrity Reflection. You can come with us as we sail from Fort Lauderdale to Nassau, Bahamas, and Bimini, also in the Bahamas. It's a 4-night cruise. And we'll do lots of fun stuff. We'll give away swag bags. Do some fun activities, some presentations, Q&A sessions. We'll record a live show from the ship, and we'll get to hang out with other people who are like-minded, downsized GLP-1 fans.
Yep.
So
should be a lot of fun.
It should be a lot of fun. There's still some spaces available, but space is limited. So go to our website at thedownsized.org, click on cruise, and you can connect with our travel agent for all the details.
You might even see me line dance. It'll be terrifying and very awkward, but I might even do it.
You know you're going to see me line dancing because
For sure she'll be doing it.
I love line dancing.
You could go snorkeling with us, be lots of fun, hang out at the beach club in Bimini. And, so go to thedownsized.org and sign up for the cruise today. We would love to have you be a part of that. All right. So if you haven't gone to our website at thedownsized.org, as I just said, sign up for our email list. There's so much going on in social media out there and groups being taken down and all kinds of fun stuff. There's no danger of it that we know of right now, but we just like to be able to stay in touch. So make sure you sign up for our email list, and we appreciate that. While you're there, check out our store. It's a companion product store, mostly of stuff that Laraine has curated.
Yeah, so we have protein shakes. We've got our scale that Bluetooths to our phone that we like. We've got some constipation things I like Mago 7 and, different protein products. So you can check it out at thedownsized.org.
Yep, pretty cool. All right, is that it for us this week?
That is it for us this week.
All right, so pretty good week. I think we were both down a little bit this week, so nothing wrong with that.
I'm pretty much the same, but yeah.
You're pretty much the same. Well, I was down another pound, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for joining us on The Downsized. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button and make sure you get alerted every time we publish a video. My name is Christopher Durham.
I'm Laraine Durham.
And we are The Downsized. We'll see you next week.